I think that you remember too much. I think that you can't react in the present or reach a future that you have any faith in because you keep remembering stuff. The pains and perils of what happened in the past give you far too much pause, and you procrastinate more because you participate in the perception that the probability of that repeating itself is more likely than what's possible. So you won't just let that part be that part. Nah, you got to make it perpetual. And the part that really puts you in the position of purgatory is that it is your own persistent suppression of your own power that poisons your own passion and parks you in places parallel to paralysis. Oppressive propaganda has had the most positive impact on your lack of performance. The shit is effectual. It affects your moves, but not as much as it infects your mood. So you amuse yourself with opinion and not the opportunity to obligate past the offense of organizing out of alignment with the order of options and seeing something other than obstacle. But the idea that you are inferior, that you are incompetent, that you are ignorant, that you are inept, that has done more than just gotten into your head. It's you hearing, memorizing, and repeating those lies. That's what is stopping you. Your memory, history and tradition, routine, cycle, system, and the way it was that is why most of us won't walk away, and instead we try to work our way out of what was way back then. The reality is that the only thing that ever matters is the present, the current, the now, the what is in front of you at this very moment. You are here. There is nothing stopping you here, especially nothing way back when. But how much of your delay, your damage, your destruction, your distraction is due to you doing more to distance yourself from a designation that derived from a dilemma that does not even do your today justice? But you're full of doubt by way of a dam that you designed and developed to protect yourself from being exposed to the being and doing different that is required for you to deliver your own self from the desperate into a destination that is akin to your desire. Just think about this. What if you remembering as a reflex is the reason you won't remove yourself from the repetition of you never getting anything right, and as a result, it seems that more than most of what goes seems to go wrong, when you could have learned a lesson and taken a leap into the next level, but you won't take the risk. You're hurt. You're hurt because you're holding on to it. You want explanations and justification and cooperation and participation from someone other than you to confirm that it's okay for you to do what you can and could. You won't get up or just let go, and that's why you're going through this. But here's a development. The difference that you desire is going to be when you deliberately decide to demand the more you think you deserve and then do whatever it takes to deliver that to and for yourself. Otherwise, you're just doing what you're doing for the hell of it. And of course, some things should not be forgotten so that you don't repeat it. But you're taking the past way too personal and not proceeding past certain points because you've given too much power and the perception of impossibility to parts that are not as important, but for the significance that you emphasize it as. And now what should be an opportunity is opposite of that. It is an opponent. And now you won't defeat it. So you're stuck, destabilized, stagnant because you've listened to a story and chose to believe what was said more than what you can say. Stop living your life because of how someone else did or didn't get to live theirs. You're giving too much value to people and places that can't inspire, they can't interpret, nor can they implement your vision. They only have the capacity to be either an interruption or an impediment. So let them be a lesson, but don't let them get in your way. Push past the past and participate in the present as if you know that you're going to progress and prosper by way of your productivity and persistence, because you get to proceed, taking full part in your process, all of the pain and all of the positive, for the simple fact that you know and believe it is possible. Forget what someone's limited outlook based on the limitations, falsehoods, fears, fuck-ups, and failures that they try to put forth and in front of you. And remember this. Nothing or no one is stopping you. Nothing other than the you that chooses to remember, obliges to repeat, defaults to recognize, and fails to realize that none of what was back there is big enough of a reason for you to live in reluctance, remorse, or regret. And know that now ain't the time to repeat or replay or revisit the redundancy of a history that you are not even responsible for. You're wasting your time trying to do something about something that's already done. And now ain't the time to try and reverse it. No. Now is the time to forget.